بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه أما بعد. في باب الفوائد يقول المصنف رحمه الله تعالى: وعن نافع عن ابن عمرو أو عن ابن عمر رضي الله تعالى عنهما أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كان إذا أراد أن يذكر الحاجة ربط في يده خيطا. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, in this hadith of Ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhuma, he used when he want to remember something, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he used to tie around his hand string. He ties string. Then when he look at, he will remember. Subhanallah, this is the aspect how the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam teaching us organization, teaching us the management of the one's affairs, but also relate to us the aspect of human nature of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam as being the perfect guidance for us and the perfect guide, because he has first that inner disposition of every human being, except in what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him, the power and the force and the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevated his rank in certain aspect. Like, for example, the continuation of the siyam. He said, do not follow me in that, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who provides for me by Him having me to drink, providing me to drink and providing me to eat. And many other aspects that's specific for the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. But on these aspects, it becomes like He is a guide for us to help us, embrace our inner nature, and based on the inner nature to take all the steps to be organized, to be helping ourselves, including things that you need to remember and to be fulfilled and to be, observed. فَكَانَ قَالَ وَيُقَالُ لِذَلِكَ الْخَيْطِ الرَّتِيمَ. So even it have a specific name. It's like someone today has the agenda, they have the apps. What apps you do, you use for your scheduling. This is, you said, I use the ratima. The ratima is a khayt. وعن أبي نجيح عن مجاهد عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أنه ذكر رجلا فسأل عنه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. A man was mentioned his name, or mentioned this person was mentioned, and the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم asked about this person. فقال رجل أنا أعرف وجهه. A person said, I know his face, I know him. And look, the Prophet ﷺ, he said, knowing the face of the person or know the looking of the person does not mean that you know him. You don't say, I know him. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لست تلك بمعرفة أو ليست تلك بمعرفة. This is not the meaning, it does not mean that you know the person. If you see them coming to the masjid, if you want to know this person, you have to know their name and to introduce yourself and that's one of the aspects of the brotherhood. قال يعني ما لم تعرف اسمه لا يكون معرفة. As long as you don't know the name of this person, you didn't talk to him, you don't say I know this person. وروي عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, the last benefit or the wisdom from this chapter, أنه قال أغلقوا الباب. Look, the care of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم teaching us the way of the organization, or the way of safety, the way of security, secure ourselves. أغلقوا الباب وأوكئوا السقاء وأطفئوا السراج فإن الفويسقة تضرم على أهل البيت بيتهم. أغلقوا الباب. When you go to sleep, don't say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is protecting us. Take your steps to safeguard and secure and keep your home safe. What you do? They said, lock the doors. أوكئوا السقاء. Is like anything that it has, subhanAllah, the jars that they used to put water in it, cover it. So the protection for not any animal that get into your food or things. So cover the food, cover anything that is open, to cover it, to protect it from being spoiled, or to protect it by being, get into it animals or like things like, this type of the thing, to bacteria and so on. قال وأطفئوا السراج, and extinguish the lamp. And before, what they have like candles and things. فقال فإن الفويسقة here is the mouse. الفويسقة is the mouse, and call it from الفواسق. الفواسق are the things that bother and subhanallah harm or has source of harm to the human being in their homes, like the scorpion, like the snake, like the mouse, that we are allowed to kill to protect ourselves. That's why the Prophet ﷺ called them al-fawasiq. Al-fawasiq, those deviated. They would come to conflict with your safety and with your peace into your home. Qala, why? Because if you keep the candle or anything lit, what it happened? They can knock it down, and what is going to happen is going to cause fire into the house. قال فإن الفويسق تضرم is like subhanallah have to have fire على أهل البيت بيتهم يعني أن الفأر تجر الفتيلة. And this is one of the aspects of the great guidance of the Prophet ﷺ in a very meticulous aspect for us to keep ourselves secure and safety. So taking all these precautions is from the guidance of the Prophet ﷺ. فنسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يهدينا سواء السبيل ويجعلنا متبعين لخطى نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم علمنا الحكمة والفقه وفقهنا في الدين يا رب العالمين، واجعلنا من عبادك المتقين، وتقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. اللهم وثبتنا على دينك يا مقلب القلوب، ثبت قلوبنا على دينك أبدا ما أحييتنا يا رب العالمين. اللهم توفنا برحمتك مسلمين، وصل اللهم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه